What up, Coach?
What's up, man?
Have you had many games in your career where you got a little bit of bulletin board material from the other coaching staff like that?
Um, I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything in particular. I think maybe it showed up a little in the SEC at times in college, and I can't think of anything specific, but look, it's one of those things that ultimately you're always looking for an edge, right? You're always looking for an edge, as a player, as a coach. You go back and look the Michael Jordan making up things of what player, people say about him to get him juiced up for a game, and it's part of the competitiveness within our profession, the way this thing goes, and I thought everybody kind of worked off that a little bit.
And we saw the video of you down on the field with Coach Sala after the game. A lot of the players did too. The guys say they kind of like seeing that fieriness from you, that you kind of take it real personal. Is that something that that the guys they want to see that side of you sometimes that helps show the locker room?
I mean, I think we're all competitive, right? Like we're all competitive in this. We're playing a competitive sport for our jobs, and we're all in it together. And I appreciate everybody obviously playing the way that they played, the physicality, the chip on their shoulder right now that we're playing with. And as much as our locker room can continue to buy into that edge and playing with an edge and competing with an edge and preparing with an edge, I only think it's going to help us as we move forward as a team.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Gary, followed by Mia.
Thank you, Coach. We heard Robert a little bit earlier today, Hainsey, and he said that one of the reasons the offensive line is playing well is that the scheme allows them to play well, and because there's a little bit more balance, and the other team is always guessing. And I'm just wondering, how do you react to that, and then your general reaction to the way the offensive line is playing?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what the offense would like it to be built upon is balance. Is not just saying, okay, yeah, we want to be 50-50 run pass, right? It's more just within the scheme having plays off of plays, and so that maybe it's less thinking for those guys up front. It's more of the same, but maybe different presentations while also saying, okay, we want to be able to run inside or mid zone with a little bit more. The first touchdown of the game was wide zone that we've actually gotten better and better at. A couple transportation type plays, so it's just different ways of keeping your run game diverse so that they don't get a beat on just you're trying to run it inside every time or outside every time. A mix of zone and gap helps those guys so that when they're hitting blocks, the defense isn't sure if it's going to be zone or gap to them or away from them. That's kind of what we've always tried to do is when you go into a game plan each week, the two units on the offensive side of the ball that you're trying to make the game easier for to find edges is with the offensive line and the quarterback. Those are the two most difficult positions to play, in my opinion. And the more we can continue to help those guys up front, but they are playing at a high level right now. I mean, to not have a quarterback hit for the first time, I think, for San Francisco since 2015, is pretty impressive. To have seven guys be a part of that up front and be able to go in and not miss a beat and just go play the game physically and violently. And there's a lot of things we can continue to correct, but it starts up front. And right now, when we play well up front, usually good things happen for us.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Mia, followed by Ryan O'Halloran.
Hi, Liam. Now that you've watched the tape back, how would you evaluate, especially going off of all those wonderful stats about the offensive line, how would you evaluate Trevor's play on Sunday?
Yeah, I thought if you look at the first half, man, he was dialing. I mean, I thought he was getting the ball out, accurate, much improved on the outbreakers, on really both to his left and to his right. We did miss a few ops in the first half on a couple down the field shots. And then in the second half, it just kind of started slow, right? We missed the throw to Travis on the left side. Then the penalties started to uptick, excuse me, in penalties. And so then the operation gets a little bit jacked up, and you just saw maybe some just misses, right? He'll say it, and we've got to continue to, all right, what exactly conceptually could be able to continue to find completions, but to not turn it over and to continue to put us in the right position in terms of running the football. He's been phenomenal with the protections, the schemes, getting us in the right protections. But I think it was a step in the right direction in a lot of ways, and he can clean up some of the things from the second half. It's very correctable. And then, making a play at the end of the game, obviously we want him to get out of bounds, but then makes the play to Hunter Long, big time moment. So a lot to build off of.
And then just since you brought up the Outbreakers, BT's performance and the effort to perhaps put him in more situations, if at all, that he's more familiar with, or at least that were part of his bread and butter perhaps last year, or how would you evaluate that?
Yeah, it was more just that was something that they were showing to give on tape was some of those intermediate outbreakers, the 5-yard out, the 10-yard out, the comeback. We didn't get him on the vertical. That has obviously been frustrating, but very pleased with BT's play yesterday. He was very good on the sidelines, communicating what he was seeing, letting us know, hey, I got the out, like keep throwing it, it's there. And made some big catches for us. He was playing faster and just looked more confident just overall. So really good one for us to continue to build on.
The signs were there. Thank you.
Thank you.
O'Halloran, followed by D-Rock.
Liam, got two for you. First, do you have an update on Trayvon Walker?
Yes. So Trayvon hurt his wrist during the game. He is going to see a specialist today. We are in the information gathering process with that, and we'll know more after he has that appointment to be able to see what his status will be moving forward.
Gotcha, thanks. And then secondly, haven't been around Josh Hines-Allen now every day for several months. What sticks out about his process behind the scenes that impresses you?
Well, Josh is one of the first guys in our building every single day. And literally, I would say he's probably the first, if not one of the first top three. And the way that Josh is so diligent and organized and scheduled and routined about his process every day of his body, first and foremost. But then when it comes to his preparation of studying the tackles and studying how much he can attack or what he needs to use as his primary, the secondary moves, and the mindset, right? Like this guy is playing right now, I think, at a very high level. He is affecting the game in both the run and the pass. He's playing with an edge. I'm just very happy with Josh right now, and it's only going this way, in my opinion. So he went up against one of the best tackles in the National Football League for a long time and probably played the best of many of the rushers that he has seen over the last 4 weeks. And he's impacting the game in a really positive way.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Thank you.
D-Rock, followed by Mark Long.
Hey, Liam, I know everyone would probably rather win 50-0, but when you're trying to kind of establish something here, is winning ugly almost better in a way, if that makes sense?
I mean, it's one of those things where I don't know if it's ugly because it's hard to win in this league regardless. I was
probably
because we didn't really relinquish a lead in the last two games after the first or second quarter. So, we're kind of controlling the game, although I agree with you, D-Rock, in terms of, all right, with those turnovers, with a punt return and a kick return like that should have been a 40-point output for us offensively. So, yes, frustrating. September 30th, got time to at least address. I would feel a lot worse here if we were, doing what we were doing, and then, man, we're having to come from behind in the fourth quarter, and then we're just making a play or two, and man, thank God. We're controlling these games through the entire game. And just, we've got to go figure out and go find that next level of execution to maybe make those games not close, right? I think that's really what the message is for us is, guys, we are controlling these last two games. It's not as if we're just throwing up a prayer and man, somebody just made a great play and holy smokes, we are controlling these games. We've got to go figure out and find the consistency within the execution to go and make these games that are close, but maybe shouldn't be or don't need to be based on how we execute. So I think that's important to be able to do, especially early on.
Yeah, close better instead of ugly. Probably a better
Yeah, I
phrase.
think so. You know, I mean, there's still a lot of good football going on out there. And, it's like our highs, specifically on offense, are very, very good football. And then the low just is whew, it goes down. So it's like, okay, we got to find that balance of it's very unrealistic to say maybe we're going to execute perfect for 60 minutes, right? It's when we have a dip or maybe a not so good play, it can't be like, oh my God, that was a really bad play, right? Where we're 3rd and 20 now again. And that level of focus and execution. And but it's better to be able to do after you've won some of these games.
Travis Hunter said after the game in the locker room that 3rd and 15 throw that he caught for the first down, that you guys don't really hit that very often in practice.
Nope.
Was that the first option on that play?
It's what we call an alert. So basically, he's on a streak. He's running right down the middle of the field, essentially to his near high safety. And in cover 2 or cover 4, it's going to be his near high safety. In cover 3, it's the post middle safety. It's a clear out with a dagger right behind it. And we've always talked about forever and a day, cover 2 or cover 4, if the safeties stay wide, it's a big time alert, right? So an alert is always it goes alert 1, 2, 3, alert 1, 2, 3. And those alerts are, if it pops, we can take it. And in a huge moment, climbing the ladder, unbelievable contested catch, great throw because he had to layer it over Bobby what the heck?
Warner.
Oh my God, Warner, Fred Warner. I always think because of those two guys being in Seattle. Fred, because of how Fred plays dagger better than anybody in this game. Really, he always has. He knows how to get depth underneath, and then he can go rally to the underneath coverage. And man, that was a big time moment.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mark Long, followed by John Shipley.
Hi, Liam. I'll follow up on Hunter. Is Monteric's return cutting into his defensive snaps?
No, I don't think so. I think we probably got a little, I don't want to say impatient, but he had the one thing, he's still been going through the process of it. I mean, we're going to get him right back into it this week, and it's great to have Monteric back. So that's just part of kind of figuring out getting guys in. We really wanted to get Buster in the game, right? That was going to happen regardless. And so we have all the confidence in the world in really Travis and Buster coming back and Jarring giving us good reps. So it's great to have those guys all be able to go play.
And then are you at least curious to see what it would look like if you don't have 3 turnovers?
Yeah, I mean,
Takeaways?
look, we've talked about at what point are these gonna, not maybe come in bunches like this.
Okay.
And so defensively, although, there's so many good things going on, there's still a lot of things to clean up that, okay, you don't get those turnovers. Well, what is the execution and the situational football and all that stuff looking like? And then offensively, well, we're not getting we may not get all these different ops and field position. Like that is truly the process over results and the process that drives results. But it is what it is right now, like we've got to continue to, like, the good thing is, guys, like the players know, I mean, being on the plane with these guys for 5 hours, like they know this, they understand that this is unique and what's happening right now from a turnover situation. And we have got to execute much better in order for us to go play a game that maybe these turnovers don't exactly happen. Thank you, Mark.
John Shipley.
Hey Liam, yesterday between Jack Kaiser and Lane and then Chuma and Cole Van Lannon, you guys had a lot of people come off the sideline, play significant snaps. How hard is it to do that as a player? And what does it say that you guys didn't really see a drop off on both sides?
Huge. I mean, I really credit obviously those guys to come in, Chuma and Cole to come in and play with no drop off, and actually continue to move this thing forward. And then you look defensively with Kaiser getting in there, BJ Green got some snaps, Rayon Lane comes in, with obviously Eric and Antonio popping out. So credit to those guys for being in their books, studying the game plan, being intentional in their reps at practice, but also really credit their coaches, man. Like Perk, Milo, Tem, Campy did a great job when Rayon was, in there, just making sure that we were calling stuff that he was comfortable with, that wouldn't put us in a dangerous position. Sean Surratt, Khalid, and Trevor on the offensive line. I mean, getting those guys ready to play. To get five is hard, right? And to get seven guys to go in and operate that the way that they have, it's definitely a testament to the way that they're preparing, the way that they're coaching it, the way those guys are learning it and studying to make sure that when they go in, we're not having this huge drop off. So that was big time.
Thanks, Liam. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We have time for two more if we can keep it to just one question apiece. We'll go to Tony Wiggins and then to Travis Holmes.
Thanks. Hey, Liam. With Cam Little with the 70-yard field goal, there are a lot of people that got really spoiled thinking that as soon as we crossed midfield, that was an option. It has kind of played out that way, and then he's had a couple of misses. How is your confidence level with him, and has anything occurred to make you change what point that green line shows up on the TV screen?
No, I still have a ton of confidence in Cam. He hit that one on the screws yesterday. He was anticipating, I mean, it was windy yesterday, and he was anticipating it to move more from right to left, and he hit it on the screws and just played it a little bit too far outside. I mean, it wasn't as if he mishit it or was low or any, I mean, he hit it on the screws. It just didn't move for him. So I've lost absolutely zero confidence in Cam. Neither has our team. He knows we got to make that kick, and same thing. It's just last week. I mean, same thing, same hash. That's his hash. Not concerned about him at all. I thought our operation was better from the snap to the hold to blocking. We've lost no confidence in him at all. He'll continue to get better at it throughout the week. He wants to be great. He tries his tail off, and sometimes it's almost like him, just, dude, who cares, man? Just go let it rip. Go be you. You're special. You're different, and go make it happen. You'll be all right. So, still got a ton of confidence in Cam.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Last one, Travis Holmes.
Evening, Coach. You previously touched on the communication issues that you guys originally had when you had the game in Cincinnati, and I was just kind of wondering, were there any communication breakdowns or any of those road issues, just involving those delay of game penalties or the play cop and operation and all of that?
Yeah, one time Trevor didn't hear the mic cut out, and he didn't hear the play call that I said. He tried to just get us on the ball. We did have a personnel issue coming from the sideline one time in the huddle. I do think we have a solid plan moving forward to be able to kind of clean some of that stuff up. But when you've got some moving pieces with Diami out this week and Parker playing Z, Tim was backing up X and Z. Parker's been playing F with Travis, and now he had to go play Z in an entire game plan. It's a lot. It's a lot of moving pieces. This is not obviously the most simplistic thing in the world at times, the way we want to try to operate. And we have got to look at that as coaches to say, man, if we can cut out the operation issues, what could this look like? And that is on us. That's on me. And they all have a hand in it. But at the end of the day, I'll take it. And it's got to be on me and on us as an offensive staff to put these guys in a position to just go play and take some of the thinking out of it.
Yep. Understood. Thank you.
Thank you.